Synchronicity University has an incredible January 2024 and year of 2024 coming up. And for a very limited time, you can choose your tuition rate as low as just $5 a class for superstar astrologers like Stormy, Grace, Cameron Allen, and so many more. Keep an eye out for our upcoming programs. This is the moment, this is the time to cultivate greater love and wisdom and knowledge and insight to your astrological practice. SynchronicityUniversity.com. Links are in the description below. Hello, fabulous superstar Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of December 2023. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. Boy, is this a very special time. And so it is this month on the 12th that we have got this month's new moon. Now, the new moon takes place in the sign just before yours. And what that suggests is, with a karmic closure comes a new beginning. This is about connecting very deeply with a knowing that you have so much more yet to do in this lifetime, and to let that understanding signify a new beginning of sorts for you. This part of the sky has to do with what's happening on levels of soul and psyche and spirit. It's your inner world. It's restless as well, this part of the sky. And I got to say, this new moon, super restless now, because as it takes place, look, it is speaking in supreme harmony with the North Node, which bodes really well for a sense of alignment with greater love and greater wisdom. Whatever's happening right now, in some way, is part of that journey that will, in the fullness of time, unveil karmic blessings in our life. However, because of the other things happening with this new moon, it may not feel like that, especially at first. And this is because this new moon is close in the sky to Mars, while hanging tight a conversation with Neptune. Now, that Neptunian square that's taking place, that can speak to a sense of disillusionment, of confusion, and of disappointment as well. I'm so sorry to say, but it does happen. And Mars being so close to this new moon suggests that whatever transpires, whether it's a new beginning or a set of circumstances that have closures as part of them, well, there is a sense of feeling like maybe energy is being wasted. Maybe you just need a lot more rest. It amplifies this sense of urgency, but also urgent because there are circumstances that are disappointment. That's the Neptune. And so you put these together, and it does suggest the heightened need for self-care for you in particular, given where this new moon is taking place. So many Capricorns out there can, dissolve and resolve this energy simply by making sure you're getting enough sleep. So where possible, I would invite you to try and do that. I mean, Mars is in this part of the sky as well. And so that tends to not work so well with getting enough rest and getting enough sleep. And yet that may end up being the saving grace, so that the closures, that sense of some losses that could be happening, they're more about energetic release in a healthy way that connects you to a knowing that you're actually creating space, knowing that you have so much more yet to do in this lifetime, that you don't need the details to figure it out. But if it feels like something comes up and it needs to be addressed, chances are it'll feel like it comes out of nowhere. Because this part of the sky has to do with the unconscious, it's what you didn't know. And then very quickly but not only that, you have to respond to very quickly. That can be part of how this message is received at this time. But there is this incredible saving grace energy in a sense. And that is because we have Mercury in your sign, and right out of the gate connecting in harmony with Saturn. But in particular, it is as we navigate under the light of the new moon on the 13th of the month that Mercury goes retrograde while in your sign. This is going to be one of the most important periods of 2023 for you, and it dips into 2024 as well. Key characteristics of this Mercury retrograde include harmonious connections to Saturn and supremely harmonious connections to Jupiter. In fact, as Mercury stands still in the sky in your sign, it's going to be hanging tight that supremely harmonious connection with Jupiter for like a while. That's just going to be there. And so this is actually incredibly fortunate because it helps you to tap into an understanding of self, what matters to you most, what matters to you first, and a clarity of your own identity, but it's actually rooted in optimism. It's rooted in heart and seeing your life and yourself from that perspective of heart can really make all the difference now in helping unleash new insights, ideas, and opportunities as well. In fact, when you think about what matters to you most and first, where you thought perhaps certain people, places, things, situations, opportunities were gone, this is where they very much could come back around, but in some way be even better. And this is going to be energy you want to watch very strongly as we start the month right to the 23rd of this month, because it is on the 23rd that Mercury will retrograde out of your sign, will re-enter when direct in January. I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way, but it is this first part of the month that ends up being so important to you. And the fact that the retrograde takes place under the light of the new moon speaks volumes to me. To me, that says, yeah, there might be a lot stirring within you. There might be a feeling of restlessness. You might feel like you need sleep. But something within you knows that where you are right now is good, that good things are taking place. Something within you is optimistic, even if you can't quite put your finger on why. And something within you very likely is connected to a sense of real happiness. This isn't about telling yourself things are a certain way, but rather it's what you feel from the inside out. In powerful and meaningful moments, you gain insights that restore faith and fill you with a sense of enthusiasm for the pathway ahead. Now, the very big news, if all of this wasn't enough, we get to the end of the month, the 27th specifically, huge astrological day, one of the most fortunate full moons that I have seen in a while, but it isn't just that. The full moon is in your opposite sign. It's speaking in harmony with Saturn and with Jupiter. But it is on the same day that we have what some astrologers call one of the luckiest days of the year. So the luckiest day of the year is often thought to be the sun meeting Jupiter in the sky. That's going to happen in the spring, and I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way again. But this is a close second, and especially for you, this might be even better than the quote-unquote luckiest day because the sun is in your sign. And the sun is speaking in supreme harmony with Jupiter. Very fortunate energy, very lucky energy. And that full moon in particular, wow, in your opposite sign, people are right there with you as part of what feels so hopeful and optimistic. Now, I want to say this, and I don't often say this, if ever there was a sky that said, maybe buy a lottery ticket, like don't bet the farm, right? What I mean by that is it should feel easy. It should feel like not a big deal if you win or lose. Stay in that energy of abundance. If $1 isn't a big deal to you, then get something of $1. And that can be enough to start working with this energy. Take a chance, take a risk, do something fun, do something you think makes you happy. And if you're not really sure what that is, yeah, just something that helps distract you, that feels recreational, that you might enjoy. Because this is powerful, fortunate energy, luck energy, but it's also heart energy and joy energy as well. If there are children in your life, this is some very good news on that front that could be taking place now. the full moon in support of this very fortunate energy taking place for you with the sun in your sign trying Jupiter. Yeah, this is a big deal. Use this time well. Whatever matters to you most first, whatever you really want to do, what you feel set on doing, go do that. Chances are it'll be rewarding on all kinds of levels you had not anticipated. But we get that full moon in your opposite sign. Full moons in opposite signs illuminate partnerships of all kinds, whether that's business partnerships or romantic partnerships. So yes, this could be a time when, as a result of who you've partnered with, you welcome in more opportunity. So who you know, who you align with, the partnerships you have end up facilitating prosperity or a genuine sense of life moving in a positive direction for you. However, I think most Capricorns are going to experience this energy in the context of love. And where it comes to matters of love, now, if I remember correctly, it was a year ago that I made the 2023 year ahead horoscope for your sign. But I would have mentioned this. I think I would have, because it's a really big deal. This is very fortunate in the context of love. When we have strong lunar energy in your opposite sign, it does suggest that someone is there to help you to understand where you are in love, how you feel about it. This is a healing energy with Jupiter. It's a stabilizing energy with Saturn. And I think that this is going to be energy that really helps you to feel like you are aligned in meaningful ways with people who appreciate you, or that things are changing in a direction of your faith. The faith being that there is love in the world for you, and you have options available to you in the context of love. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, yeah, a full moon like this in your opposite sign might just be one of the best moments of the year as we're finishing the year to connect with someone in a meaningful way. Enjoy it. I would say do whatever's fun for you to do. Tap into that Jupiterian energy in that fun and luck-oriented part of the sky, because that's what's going to be most helpful in lightening your energy, keeping you open. But there's real potential here. I know that Mercury is retrograde. However, Mercury is retrograde in the sign just before yours at that point. There might be some key details there that you just aren't seeing, but that's okay. You'll see them in due time when Mercury re-enters your sign in January, and it could end up being better than anticipated. For those of you just starting to date someone, this can be very all or nothing, but it's very optimistic as well. So if things are going well with this person, that sense of things being good amplifies. If they're not going well with this person, you have faith enough to go in a different direction, and chances are someone else is presenting themselves to you, especially under the light of this full moon. If you do end up continuing with this person, it moves in a direction that can feel steady and hopeful. But if it is that you meet someone brand new, yeah, things could accelerate very quickly with someone else now. And for those of you in an established bond, well, look, this energy is so healing. It is so hopeful. I can't help but think, even if you have felt for a while that maybe you're not in the right relationship for you, either this is going to heal things so that you continue forward, or it's going to be this full sense of love and faith that has you realizing that you can go in a different direction, and you absolutely can. But if it is that you know you're in the right relationship for you, this could be really good news taking place in your partner's life and you're really happy for them. It could be really good related to your relationship with your partner as well. Whether it's healing challenges or just amplifying the love and the respect that's already there, this full moon might just feel like magic. And it really is you in many ways who is feeling that magic right on your fingertips. And that includes with whatever's happening for you now in the context of love. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. I am going to say, I love how the energies now are inspiring you to see things differently. That's Mercury in your sign and Mercury going retrograde. It is a whole other much more optimistic perspective than you might have felt in a while. Even with so much stirring within you mid-month, there's also a sense of joy. Like, even if you don't know all the details just yet, you know that you're headed in a heartfelt and very positive direction. Thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each week for each sign for just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership Rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, where you get expanded, exclusive horoscopes, access to live events. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Well, I hope you have a wonderful end of year. I hope you have an incredible full moon. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.